So let's continue working with this project. You can see in the last video we make this validation. So at this point on the else statement, budget is valid. Then instantiate the budget class. At this point the budget is going to be valid. We haven't created the class, but we're gonna create this here on the top. I'm gonna create class and I'm gonna give the name budget like this. We're gonna create a constructor because once this instantiate, we need to pass this budget. So this is going to take a budget. This is going to return, or we're gonna add the properties. This budget is equals to budget. And we're gonna create another one that is called budget left. So this one is going to be updated every time that the user add an expense. Is going to be added and it's going to display the value right here. So this is going to be equals to this dot budget, at least when we are starting the project. And you can also pass, for example, this budget like this, but I think this way is going to be much more cleaner. Also, you can add, for example, number right here, because the value can be interpreted as a string. So we're going to use number, and this is going to convert this value into a number. So now we have this class budget, and it's taking this budget. In the constructor, we're going to pass right here, we're going to pass user budget, and we're going to also instantiate the class. So something here, yeah, you can see that I added this class called budget. We're going to use this class, and it's going to be right here. And I'm doing this because I want to have this budget object available in all the program. But right here is where I'm going to instantiate this, because if you add something like, for example, here on the top, budget equals to new budget, at this point we don't have the user budget. It's right here when the DOM is loaded, where we ask the visitor what is the budget. So that's why I'm creating the variable, but it's empty. And right here I'm giving the value. So it's going to be equals to new budget. And if you remember, this takes in the constructor the budget, which is going to be this class, or this variable, sorry, this variable. So from here you can add console.log budget, and this is going to print the budget and also the budget left. So save this, let's add 500, open the console, and open the console, inspect, and open the console. Well, first we need to fix this. You can see add expense form, line 38. So we're gonna open this. Yeah, it says event listeners. It should be add event listener. Save this. Now we're going to add 500 here, and now you can see it's going to create the object with budget and budget left. So this budget is going to be available in all the program, but we create the variable and it's empty. Here is where we are giving the value, and it's going to be a new object of the budget class. Then right here we're gonna instantiate, and we're gonna use instantiate the HTML class. We're gonna create a new class that is called HTML, and right here I'm gonna create everything related to HTML is going to be added right here. You can also instantiate this in the right here outside. I think it's going to be better. Const, we're gonna add a comma right here. HTML is going to be equals to new HTML class like this. We need to create this class, and yet we're gonna add class. It's going to be HTML. It doesn't have any constructor or anything. It's going to be empty, but I'm going to add the methods. So right here we have this HTML, and I'm going to pass this HTML right here, and we're going to add a dot. I'm going to call this method insert budget, and this is going to insert the budget into the HTML right here. So we need to pass this budget like this. Then we need to create this method. So it's going to be right here. insert the budget when the user submits it. So we're gonna call this insert budget, and we're gonna pass, or it's going to take the amount argument. So before we insert the budget, if I open the index.html, if I scroll a little, you can see that we have this span ID that says total, and also this span that says left. So right here I'm going to add, right here, I'm gonna add another comma, and I think I'm gonna move this outside because I want to have the variables better organized. So instantiate the HTML class. Yeah, something like this is going to work better. So we're gonna add a variable called budget left, budget total equals to document that query selector, and we're gonna add a span, and we're gonna add total. Then we're gonna use budget left, it's going to be equals to document, again query selector, and we're gonna use a span left. So now we have these two variables, budget total and budget left, and we're gonna use this to insert this budget into the HTML. Insert into HTML. Budget total, and we're gonna add dot inner HTML equals to template strings, and we're going to pass this amount. And we're gonna make a copy of this, it's going to be really similar, and in this case it's going to be the budget left, and it's going to be inserting this amount. So we're gonna add 500 here, and yeah, you can see it's printing object. If you take a look here, for example, here I'm passing the budget, but at this point I'm gonna console.log the amount right here, amount, and let's add 500 again. You can see that this is going to pass the budget of object because when we instantiate this, we have the value right here. So we need to pass one of these, a dot, and then budget. So we're gonna add 500, and now it's going to print the budget 500, and the left is going to be 500 also because we haven't added any expense. But we're gonna start adding expenses, and this one is going to be updated. So definitely is looking nice, and I'm gonna remove this. So now you can see if I add 500 here, it's going to print the budget and also the amount that is left. So in the next video, we're gonna start working with this add your expenses here. So let's continue in the next video.